It's bright and early on a Saturday, and it's almost time for competition 2. We just took Tucker to his first show a few months ago, and although I thought it was a win, it didn't necessarily go too well in terms of our skill in the jumping arena. So today my goal is really to just give him confidence and myself confidence at this point. So we've entered an even lower level. So last time we did 2 feet, today we're doing 18 inches. My thought behind this is, okay, if we go into 18 inches and kick butt, then I know we need to practice at the 2-foot level. I'm pretty sure this show will be in an indoor arena. Tucker's never really been worked or ridden in an indoor arena, and so I really have no idea how that's gonna go, and I'm just a little concerned because if we can't get there in time and do the schooling in the indoor, he will be going into the indoor for the first time during his round. If there's one thing I'm concerned about a little bit, it's that. I just went out and fed the boys. I'm about to eat my own breakfast here, and then we'll get on the road. So we have gotten to the showground and we're pretty early, so we actually get to go in the arena and look at things and just show him the indoor, which I think will be good and give us some confidence for when we actually go to show. This was just another schooling show we had found, so they were very accommodating in terms of letting us come in and see the arena and letting other green horses just get to experience the environment of the indoor and the speakers and the bleachers, because it was a little bit scary in there. We're gonna go tack up now. I'm glad Tucker got to see the arena. He's a little freaked out by the speakers in there, and there was music playing, so you know, that's just something to remember when we go into the arena. He's probably gonna be a little iffy in those areas, but overall, he's done really well and he seems calm, so. Now it's time to go over our course. So Mom was in there helping me, and I have a history of forgetting my courses. Believe me, it's a reoccurring thing. So I wanted to make sure I got it right today. So I spent a lot of time just going over the course. Let's go over the show crew here. So of course there's Tucker, star of the show. Then there's Mom.
Trying to stay warm.
She acts as my assistant. She does everything for me. She keeps the talent happy. Then of course there's Colin behind the camera. And now it's time to go in for our first round. So I was really nervous for this. I don't know why. I'm going over cross rails. So I trotted in. Tucker jumped this so big. I think he was like, whoa. And then we're going up to this little coop, which I knew he may look at. And so I was like, okay, let's go. But then I just stopped riding. And I was like, okay, maybe I can just get him to step over it. But then at the last minute, I'm like, no, that's not smart. So I just circle around to go over it again. But after this, I'm like, okay, we need to get it in gear. We're not having the experience we had at the last show. So I just pick up a canter because, you know, sometimes when I'm nervous, I just feel more safe trotting jumps. But in the long run, Tucker can probably tell that that's just an excuse for me to not be confident. So I'm like, let's pick it up. We can do this. We got some jumper turns in there. And Tucker just did great. He got all his leads coming out of his jumps onto his turns. Here we had a bit of a wiggle. I think those yellow standards kind of freaked him out. But we got over it. I made sure to look up. And it's funny because he felt like he was going so fast. And I'm like, this is jumper. We're doing good. But watching it back, I'm like, okay, we're going just a good normal speed. And then here was a little nice jumper curve. And I had to really look around to my next jump. So this was coming up towards the bleachers where the speakers were, so we were like a little like, okay, but he got over it. And then we're approaching the last jump here, and he goes over it so cute. So we finished that round with 1 minute and 31 seconds, and of course we had the fault from the refusal. And here's round 2. So the great thing about round 2 was it was just the first course in reverse. So I have a history of kind of forgetting my courses. So it was nice that that was how this was set up. Oh, I got way too close in there. And so we're just doing that first course backwards. And yeah, we kind of looked at that little jump again. And then y'all, I have to work on my simple changes because we are not good at them. But I love that little turn and he got his little lead. The thing is, guys, honestly, we have not done a jumper course or anything like that since our last show, which I think was either in December or January. I don't remember. We were both so out of shape. So like by the second course, like halfway through, we were both just like, oh goodness. As you can kind of see here, I was like, let's change our lead. But then we were both like, so tired. So if there's anything I learned from this, I've learned, okay, we need to get in shape for show season because we're gonna do some shows this year. You know, that's a goal of mine, is to do a lot of shows. We also have to work on our simple changes. And I also need to learn how to ride confidently to jumps I'm personally afraid of. But overall, Tucker did good. Here's the last jump. And our time was 1 minute and 14 seconds. And so we were the fastest time on that round. And then afterward, there's a little jump off. So it's 4 jumps that you do as fast as you can. The time to beat is 25 seconds. And remember, we're tired. But I was like, okay, we got this, jumper style. Let's go as fast as we can, which I felt like I was going fast, but now I'm like, okay, we weren't going that fast. Don't mind the chip-ins. And here's the last jump. Oh, Tucky. So we had 22 seconds. So we beat the time to beat. And then this last class was a gambler's choice, so it's basically just jump as many jumps as you can. Each jump is worth a certain amount of points, and whoever has the highest amount of points at the end of the round wins. So by the end, Tucker and I here are like, oh my gosh, we are so tired. And the announcer even announced like halfway through, they said, you're halfway through. And I was just like, oh gosh. But we got in there. My goal here was just to make lines where I had the most amount of jumps as possible, and to get over a lot of those little cross-country jumps because they were worth more points, I think. Right here, we kind of hit a wall. Like, I remember right here just being like, I just felt Tucker starting to drag, and I was dragging, and he just stepped over that little jump. But we were like, finish strong, so we kept pushing. We were both tired. Here's the wall that we hit. And I'm like, go, Tucker, go, we got this. And at this point, I'm pretty confident. I'm like, okay, I know we can win this. We finished the Gambler's Choice with 145 points. I'm gonna untech Tucker real quick and cool him out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go see if I can find my ribbons. And then we're gonna head home. So we got the results, and I got a 3rd place here. This was in the first course where we had the refusal at the coop. In the next class, we did get a 1st. We just had the fastest time in that. The last class was a gambler's choice. You just jumped as many jumps as you could. We got 1st in that. And Tucker's like, what are these things? No. Overall, that means we ended up winning the reserve for the green division. So Tucker got this nice big ribbon to wear. Let's put this on you. He wants to eat it. Oh, what a handsome boy. What is that? What a handsome boy. That's all for you. All in all, I think today was a great experience. I think Tucker just finally had fun, and he enjoyed it, and I could tell he enjoyed it. And I think he will make a great jumper pony. If we put in a little bit more work, he could totally do it, and he can make those sharp turns. So I'm just excited for the future and excited for some other things we have. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up, right, Tucker? And subscribe to our channel for more weekly horse videos.